at the moment. Grey Shot going on now from Election Day. Not a very fast pace early on. Orchestra Stall coming up on the outside, but Grey Shot the leader from Orchestra Stall. Then Lord Jim and Election Day. Very close fourth over on the far side. Then comes Double Trigger on the near side. Wilawander, Jayush and Garolo, the back marker of the 8, and Frankie making it on Grey Shot from Lord Jim. Election Day on the inside. Double Trigger towards the outer as they swing right-handed. Going a good gallop now, Grey Shot, the leader from Lord Jim. Election Day and Orchestra Stall, Double Trigger and Jayush, and then Wilawander and Garolo. Grey Shot by a length to a length and a half from Lord Jim, a gap of 2 to 2.5 then to Election Day, then Orchestra Stall, then Double Trigger on the outside of Jayush, then Wilawander, and finally Garolo. Mile and a quarter to run now in the Insulpak Sagaro Stakes, and Grey Shot still from Lord Jim in second. Little gap then to Orchestra Stall, Election Day on the outside. A Double Trigger, Jayush, Wilawander and Garolo. They swing right-handed, coming to the mile pole now. Grey Shot the leader from Lord Jim. Orchestra Stall, Election Day on the inside. Still towards the outer, Double Trigger. Just behind him, Wilawander. Then Jayush and Garolo. Coming to the 7 furlong marker. Grey Shot from Lord Jim, a gap of 2 to 2.5 then to Orchestra Stall. Election Day being bustled along now on the inside. Then comes Double Trigger going smoothly on the outside of Wilawander, then Jayush and then Garolo. Just racing towards the 5 furlong from home marker, and Grey Shot the leader from Lord Jim, a little gap to Orchestra Stall. And Double Trigger's being rousted along now by Jason Weaver, and he hasn't picked up and is not making much progress at the moment. Racing towards the half-mile pole now. Grey Shot from Lord Jim, then Orchestra Stall, then Election Day and Double Trigger and Wilawander, Jayush and Garolo. Garolo going well on the outside now and making good ground as they race towards the home turn, with Grey Shot the leader from Lord Jim and then Orchestra Stall. Then comes Double Trigger bidding for his hat-trick in this race and showing boldly with his white face now, but Garolo in fact is the one who's making better progress, and as they settle down to the 2 furlong pole, it's Orchestra Stall who's gone to the front from Wilawander. Grey Shot has shot his bolt. Garolo's still making progress on the outside. Double Trigger's got no chance of making it a 3-timer. Orchestra Stall belting for home now, has it absolutely sewn up from Wilawander. Orchestra Stall is going to spring a surprise now in the Insulpak Sagaro Stakes, which he wins very cosily indeed. From Wilawander in second, Election Day runs on to be third, 4 is Grey Shot, and then Garolo and Lord Jim and Wilawander, and a disappointing last was Double Trigger. And so the result of the 1997 Insulpak Sagaro Stakes. First, number 6, Orchestra Stall, owned by Mr. David Seif, trained by John Dunlop, his 25th winner at Ascot in the last 5 years, and ridden by Richard Quinn, puts him on the 13 mark. Second was number 8, Wilawander, owned by Sheikh Maktoum Al Maktoum, trained by Barry Hills and ridden by Michael Hills. And third was number 3, Election Day, owned by Lord Weinstock, trained by Michael Stout and ridden by John Reed, with fourth, number 1, Grey Shot. This is the winner, Orchestra Stall.
Well, a race of many stories. Double Trigger never got to the front and never looked like winning, one of the very first beaten. Grey Shot cantering, turning in, but swallowed here by Orchestra Stalls, who burst through. Election Day never going, but just picked up in the last furlong. Wilawander cruises through as he's so often done. Garolo's come with a chance on the outside. A race of surprises, Willie.
Yes, it looks as though it's a new year for the staying horses. Orchestra Stall is a horse who doesn't seem to stay more than 2 miles, but today he's spread-eagled these horses from 2 furlongs out. When Richard Quinn went for him, he absolutely sprinted away from him. And Election Day, who was never going well, has just fell into 3rd position. and Wilander's a good second. It was a race where possibly the horse, Grey Shot, was just needing the run. He just seemed to get tired at the 2 furlong marker and shot his bolt, as it was, 2 furlongs out. But I'm afraid Double Trigger looks as though he was never happy. As soon as the gates opened, I was disappointed not to see him in front. And there you see the winner winning very nicely. Just gave him a little tap down the shoulder just to keep him going, keep the concentration going. He's got the race well won, and a very good win indeed.
But as you say, he didn't get the trip when he ran in the Sagaro.
No, in the Sagaro, if you remember, he was involved with a little bit of scrimmaging, but I think it was his own fault because he was very tired and